Alright, so obviously Fortnite Chapter 4 Season OG or Season 5 just came out, but today there were some leaks for Chapter 5. Are you kidding me? It's too early for this. Chapter 5 Season 1 leaks already. So I figured I'd talk about them because they're all over social media already, so why not do a video on it and showcase what everyone has found thus far. Plus, we got some more information on the LEGO collaboration, first-person mode, and even weapon attachments. So let's talk about all this. First, the Chapter 5 map. So this was posted by Sheena about 2 hours ago, and they say leak, Chapter 5 map, WIP version, which means work in progress, hashtag Fortnite OG, and this apparently was via I'm PQ and G Matrix Games. So here it is. This apparently is the map. I'll discuss more about it in just a second. Let's take a look at the map first. It's definitely got a unique shape. So you can see there's a huge winter frozen biome on the bottom, and then sort of wintry on the bottom left. You got the green plains in the middle of the map, some darker, almost wooded areas on the right, and then some extremely light colored grass on the top with kind of desert vibes. Not fully desert, but I see a little bit of sand up there. So to me, I don't know. This does look like a work in progress. I doubt this is going to be the final finished map. It just looks incomplete to me. I don't know. A lot of people are saying this is 100% the Chapter 5 map though, right here. Would they really disproportion the southern aspect as opposed to the northern aspect? I don't know. I feel like if it was flipped, it would be a little better, but even then, it's just a bizarre shape. So how did the data miners and the leakers establish that this is the Chapter 5 map? Well, according to PQ, the code name is Helios_terrain. Helios, though. Now remember, each map has its own code name. So Chapter 1's map name was Athena, Chapter 2 was Apollo, Chapter 3 was Artemis, Chapter 4 was Asteria, and apparently Chapter 5 is Helios. Now if that word looks familiar, it should, because he was the sun god in Greek mythology. Now remember, in the past survey skins, I did a video on this, a lot of the survey skins were related to Greek mythology and Greek gods and goddesses. So if this map name is called Helios, that definitely coincides with some of the survey skins we saw, and maybe Chapter 5 in general. So then some information about the biomes were released as well. And a lot of these come from Egyptian Leaker on Twitter, as well as Aiko on Twitter. So according to Aiko, he put spoilers, and he says, Chapter 5 should also have a boreal forest biome, tundra biome, and chaparral biome according to files. Now some of those are definitely weird words that you may not have even seen before. Chaparral, for example, just means like shrubs and thorny bushes. And boreal means like a subarctic climate with long winters and short, cool summers. So you can see all three of those represented on the map, in fact, and Aiko points that out. He says, my guess is number 1 is the boreal forest. It's kind of that darker area. Number 2 is the tundra, obviously down here with all the snow. And number 3 is the chaparral. So in the comments on here, one of my followers, his name is Jay Key, he says, looks like the map we've seen is a super early version, mainly just showing off terrain generation and a rough layout. And then Aiko replies, exactly, it's just the terrain and biome colors alongside roads and pathways. POIs and trees will be included in the final image and it will make it look much more different. Now, a lot of people are comparing this map to Chapter 2. For example, here's an early season Chapter 2 map on the left and the current Chapter 5 map on the right. A lot of similarities there, I can see that. And then here's another version of the Chapter 2 map compared with the Chapter 5 one on the right. So yeah, I can see it. But some of the maps do look similar. I mean, we've had 4 renditions already, and this would be number 5, obviously. Now, Aiko also says the Chapter 5 map will have a sakura biome, more cherry blossoms. And then he posts this image. This was from another cinematic trailer, but perhaps they were showcasing the Chapter 5 map early. So cherry blossoms are very common in Fortnite for some reason, and they're a beautiful tree. So it'd be cool to see a lot of these on the map. So like I said, very similar to Chapter 2's design, possibly even in the graphics department, but there's grasslands, there's snow, and there's mountains, and apparently cherry blossom trees as well. And it doesn't look like there's going to be many POIs, maybe 9, possibly even 10. But again, this is a work in progress, so who knows what the final product will bring us. But this apparently, based on all the data miners and leakers, is the Chapter 5 map. Now let's talk about some LEGO news. So according to Hypex this morning, he says Fortnite and LEGO and Fall Guys collaboration. And then he said Fortnite are working on porting Fall Guys Beans for a minigame, and they're also working on a LEGO mode where you play as LEGO characters and build shareable worlds that have enemies, towns, combat, LEGO llamas, ship cannons, music, and more. And then Sheena posted the LEGO and Fortnite collaboration seems to have a random terrain generation system when creating a new world. It could work like World Seeds in Minecraft. The collab has an overworld, guided building, combat levels, and much more. So it really does sound like they're going all in on this LEGO collaboration. And I assume this is going to be in Chapter 5 as well, but I really have no idea how it's going to work. Is it going to be its own separate thing? Is it going to be on the Chapter 5 map somewhere? I don't know. But it sounds like a huge, huge project. And the fact that now Fall Guys is joining in on the collaboration, that's going to be amazing. But it sounds promising. Building shareable worlds, having enemies, towns, and combat, that's awesome. But again, I don't know if this is just a completely different kind of mode than Battle Royale, or how they're going to work it. Now again, according to Hypex, this involves the current season. Apparently some content creators, not myself, I did not get this email, I cannot vouch for this, but they got an email that says the following. We wish you a lot of fun in the upcoming Fortnite OG weeks. And the quote, big bang right after. So it sure does sound like a big black hole event is going to happen again. Remember the downtime we had last time when we had one of those? It was like 3 days. People were freaking out. So we might have another one of those in the future based on the wording of this email to certain content creators. Now, in terms of weapon mods, G-Matrix Games, another data miner and leaker, he said the following. Epic has added weapon mods as a valid type to be in your inventory, and then in parentheses, same way as traps, ammo, etc. And then he continued, he said the main weapon mod type being developed currently is optics, in parentheses, sights. There will be common, uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary mods, no mythic. You'll be able to apply multiple mods at once. So this is very interesting. It's very Call of Duty-esque, or I guess even Apex Legends. So you could pick up an attachment, hold it in your inventory, and modify your weapon. But it all sounds very promising. I love the idea of adding mods to your weapons. Very cool. And then lastly, G-Matrix Games also says first person is still being worked on. There are now settings for leaning while aiming and left-handed posing with weapon mods. So possibly all this stuff is going to come to Chapter 5, the weapon mods and first person. We thought they would be in last season, they never showed up. They're still being worked on, and Chapter 5 is right around the corner, so we'll see. So there you go, lots of information to unpack. Chapter 5 map potentially revealed. First person mode still being worked on, weapon mods being worked on, a huge black hole event could lead us into Chapter 5, and the LEGO collaboration picking up steam as well. Crazy. What do you guys think about all this? In particular, how are we feeling about this leaked Chapter 5 map? So there you go. That's all there is to it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. A like is always appreciated. And don't forget to use my Support-A-Creator code, which is tabortime.